Hey VC, how we doing? The Pretty Green Vinyl guy here, Edwin. Happy to be with you on this Monday afternoon on the beautiful west coast of Canada. We're back to our normal weather. We got sunshine, blue skies. It's a little cold for here, but absolutely beautiful outside. And yeah, I had a day off and I got some vinyl finds and I thought I should share them with you. So if you will allow me to indulge in my purchases, let's get started. So I got a new buy here. This is I think you can pronounce it Sigur Rós, the Icelandic ambient art rock band from Iceland, the little country that just seems to produce fantastic musicians for such a small place, and a pretty good soccer team too, right? Yeah, this is their first album. This is a reissue. It's a double album, and it came with the CD, which is really cool, right? Because rather than the download code, you actually got a CD. So now I can just like take it in my car and listen to it. So I was really pumped about that. It's very, very ethereal art rock. It's beautiful sounding. It's great background music. And then it just has these highs in there. And it's a wonderful album. The album was called, I can't say it because it's in Icelandic, but it translates into A New Beginning. So Sigur Rós, fantastic album. If you don't own this, highly, highly recommend it. And it was like $29.95, brand new, double album with the CD. That's a good deal. Next up, we got Fela and the Africa 70. Everything Scatter. Afro Beats by the godfather of Afro Beats, Fela Kuti. And yeah, this is on Coconut Records. This was a 1975 pressing that came out. There's a little insert with a little story on this album, on this Coconut label. Without the glare. You can see my globe and my bookshelf. That's how it's like a mirroring off of the light, off the ring light. Yeah, this is my first Fela and the Africa 70 album. I have some of the work digitally, but I had never been able to find any albums anywhere. This was, someone had returned this. It was in the used record bin. I did a bit of research. I guess Coconut Records picked about 7 or 8 of his albums and they reissued them in 2015. And yeah, it's brilliant. 2 songs, one on each side. Side 1 is, what's it called? Sorry. Oh, that's the Everything Scatter at 14 minutes 28 seconds. And on side 2, it's Who No Go No, which is 14 minutes and 28 seconds. So that's the whole album. 2 songs at that length of time. I'll put those away later. So yeah, Fela Kuti and the Afro Beats with the Africa 70. Fantastic. Now this is something I wouldn't buy normally. Not that I like AC/DC, but this is pristine. This is their 1977 album, Let There Be Rock. It's a Canadian release, because you can see the maple leaf there. But it's like brand new. You know, I've bought records with these inner sleeves before. Kelly's was a West Coast music store in the 70s, 80s in British Columbia. I don't know if they were west or east of British Columbia, but definitely in British Columbia. And this guy, whoever this guy is that trades in records, he put his albums in these Kelly sleeves. These would have been sleeves you would have bought at the day to take your albums out of the paper sleeves. This is on Atco. So I know if I am flipping in the one record store that I go to that he must have traded a bunch of vinyl into, or sold, or maybe he died, I don't know. I buy them because he was definitely someone that looked after his vinyl. And yeah, 1977, and it's brand new. Like, you could just have pulled this right off the shrink. So that's why I bought it. It's a decent album. The best known song is probably Whole Lotta Rosie. But it's good. I particularly like Bon Scott AC/DC albums, other than Back in Black, which of course was, the fresh start when he died. But I do like the Bon Scott albums, and this is very good because they got a bit of like an artsy beat to them, like a bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Like T-Rex. What do you call that kind of music? My mind's gone blank. Anyway, very good album. This is 1968, I believe. Atlantic Records, Booker T and the MGs Greatest Hits. Also a Canadian pressing. Yeah, 1968 on Atlantic. It's on the nice Atlantic red label. You know, the cover is in pretty decent shape, but the vinyl is beautiful. And again, you know, these kind of old Atlantic records, they're a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier. Even if they do, but honestly, there's not a surface scratch on that. But even if they do, they play really well. So I always recommend picking them up. Don't be afraid. Booker T, best known for Green Onions, which was a bit of a mod anthem. And, but yeah, there's some great songs on this. Hip Hugger, Mo Onions, Red Beans and Rice. What else can you say? Booker T and the MGs. You know, they recorded with Ray Charles as a backup band, and also with Otis Redding. I believe they wrote the bass line. Yeah, developed bass lines on Otis Redding's record Respect, on Eddie Floyd's Knock on Wood, and Sam and Dave's Hold On I'm Coming. Booker T and the MGs. Really great music. Let's go with this one. This is Strange Days by The Doors, their second release. This, I was flipping on Saturday at my local store, and they had a lot of just, I mean, they had decent stuff, but a lot of just the regular stuff. And I've been trying to fill my Doors, but it's hard to find them in good condition. So I found this, I looked, and right away I saw printed in Japan. There's no obi, so you wouldn't know unless you saw that. And sure enough, it is a Japanese pressing. It's on the Butterfly Electro label, so it's an original pressing. And the vinyl is mint. It's beautiful. There is not a mark on that. Even though the cover is a little beat up. It's got a few little... And no obi, but it does have the inner. Japanese on one side, and all the English lyrics on the other. This was a good album, you know. I think after this, the Doors kind of strayed a bit, and then they got back on track for LA Woman, their last album. But this consists of Strange Days, Love Me Two Times, Moonlight Drive, People Are Strange, and finishes with the 11 minutes when the music's over. But even the fillers are good. You got Horse Latitudes, I Can't See Your Face in My Mind, Your Lost Little Girl. Yeah, this is good stuff. You can see there's a little split there. Yeah. Very happy to pick that up. Very happy that it's a Japanese version. Where will we go next? Let's go to this. This is Spiritualize, songs in A and E. And this is, I think, maybe their sixth album. This is a repress from the original. This is on a nice, get it out here, nice white label. And yeah, I'd say it's like kind of in their third, fourth best album. Their first one was their best, of course. I don't have that on vinyl. I only have it on digital, but I'd like to get it. But again, nice ambiance, sounding music, a little ethereal, not as much guitar as their first albums have. But yeah, this is nice, and it's in beautiful shape. This was also in the used bin at my store. Someone obviously bought it and didn't think it was that good because they traded it in, but I am more than happy to take that off their hands. All right, this is super exciting. This is Miles Davis, Kinda Blue. You know, the jazz album that everybody should own in their collection. This was something I was looking for, a really good copy. I feel that the stereo re-releases over the years of this album are not good. And they just don't sound good on vinyl. And this was the Record Store Day one that came out a few years ago that was done in mono. And this is considered, there's the hype sticker. This is considered one of the best repressings that this album has had. And a lot of the audiophiles out there in record land feel that this is one of the best pressings of Kinda Blue. They did a really good job. They did the retro 6-eye Columbia label. It's got the rounded corners. It's pretty much exactly like it would have been back in 1950, whatever that would have been. I have no idea. I should know that. But yeah, just a beautiful 1959 was the original release. Miles Davis, Kinda Blue, featuring Cannonball Adderley, Paul Chambers, James Cobb, John Coltrane, Bill Evans, and Wynton Kelly. A must-have. If you haven't stepped into jazz yet, this is the album to start with. These were number 2. This is number 4,331. I don't know if it was 5,000 or 10,000 or whatever it was, but it sounds really, really good, and I'm super, super happy to have it. That was 2013 that came out. And I got that at a shop in Vancouver that sells a lot of audiophile pressings, and I also left with this. This is Supertramp, Breakfast in America. This is the brand new original masters recording version that just came out. This is also being hyped up online as the best version of this album ever as far as sound goes. Opens up with the lyrics on the inside, and then of course the vinyl itself comes as you would expect in the MoFi inner sleeve with the MoFi plastic, and yeah, just it's like a mirror. You can see my bookshelf and my globe. There's some serious glare there. I could do a room tour just by moving this. Yeah, on the original master recording label with the Supertramp logo. I mean, I know everyone knows this album. It's a masterpiece, really. I don't understand why Supertramp are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, if they're going to have a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. For me, Crime of the Century and Breakfast in America are two of the most outstanding albums of the 70s. And not so bad that they had Crisis What Crisis and, oh, crap. Can't think of the other album. Oh, Only in the Quietest Moments, right? Famous album cover with Long Island made up of cups and saucers and salt shakers and you name it, you know, even mimicking the World Trade Centers back in the day. This contained great songs: Gone Hollywood, The Logical Song, Goodbye Stranger, Breakfast in America, and the hits Take the Long Way Home. These are numbered. This is 4001. Looks like it goes up to 10,000. There you go. Super happy to have that. Sounds outstanding. Just crazy good. All right, what do I got left here? Got two kind of grails. Let's start with we'll start with this one. This wasn't one that I was looking for, but this was in a different shop I went to in Vancouver last weekend. This is The World's Best, the Beatles. This was a 1968 compilation out of Germany. And it's a great cover. Hey, look at that. I'd never seen this cover before. This was made solely for the German market. It contains on side 1, Good Day Sunshine, All My Lovin', 8 Days a Week, No Reply, Rock and Roll Music, A Hard Day's Night, I Should Have Known Better, and I Love Her. And then side 2 has Things We Said Today, Michelle, Dr. Robert, Yellow Submarine, If I Fell, And Your Bird Can Sing, Girl, and Eleanor Rigby. And it's on a, I don't know if that's supposed to say Sir or SR, International. Vinyl's just beautiful. It's in really, really great condition. 1968. German pressing, so it's got a little bit of weight. It's not a flimsy, you know, like the Canadians and the Americans were putting out. And yeah, super pumped to have that. It wasn't something I was looking for. I saw it, and I thought, that's going to be okay. And then last but not least, I got an original UK pressing of Queen, Night at the Opera. And this is just in immaculate shape. And it sounds just outstanding. Look how white that is. This is just in beautiful condition. It's got the embossed front cover, so you know that's the UK original recording. So right from the Masters on the EMI label with the and there's not a mark on this. I mean, I did pay a little bit of money for this. My ego kind of got the best of me when I saw it in the store, and I thought, you know, this is good. This is going to be good to have, especially with the whole Queen revival with Bohemian Rhapsody. And super pumped to have that. Yeah. Oh, it's got the original inner as well. With the 3 cut corners. That was the other thing to know, that it was an original. Yeah, so that was my, that's the rest of my month for February. I think I've got some outstanding vinyl there. You can see my Queen Funko Pops that just came out. There's Freddie with the microphone stand. I think they did a good job with these. Love his hair. Brian May. No, I'm going to put him there. He doesn't want to stand up anymore. Anyway, and the rest of the band, John and Roger. So yeah, VC, thank you so much for spending some time with me. I'm going to cut this under 20 minutes, which is going to be great. And I'll see you soon. Have a great week. All the best, everybody.